Well, welcome back. Look at the cloudy conditions all around middle Georgia right now. They look interesting in Forsyth. That rain further off to the south. It's starting to taper off for a lot of us. It could pick up a little bit. In Dublin, though, coming in from the west, there you go. It's actually the worst of it in Dublin right now in Lawrence County. That's where some of the heavier rain is. As we mentioned earlier, it's largely been tapering off over the last hour or so. Look how intense it was in some, say, Pulaski and Wilcox counties. And now take a look at it. It's all largely just green. There hasn't been any lightning in a while. We'll keep our eye out for any straggling showers that may develop on the back end, but this is the bulk of what we are getting today. There should not be much left as we continue into the evening, so really not going to even worry too much about this severe threat for today. It most certainly has not panned out for us in middle Georgia. In fact, the only thing that really panned out was there was a confirmed tornado, and there's actually a video of it you can find on X, and it formed and crossed over I-75, blew a tree over in Henry County down to one of the lanes. Traffic's bad up there anyways, but it basically made it a full-on standstill. Rain from this afternoon. Wet spot Butler just under an inch. You got Cordele and Montezuma also pretty close to that inch mark, and a lot of us along and west of I-75 got more than half an inch, and numbers still climbing for us east, but that rain is largely lightened up. We add in the overnight rain from last night. We're talking midnight and shortly thereafter. Still a wet spot there being Butler, although maybe other parts of Macon County or Wilcox County and Dodge County, possibly Wheeler, got 2 inches. I find this fascinating for Wheeler, right? Last 24 hours, another 2 inches of rain. Then you just add in the whole 7 days, and that might be our overall wet spot if it's not Taylor County. Both those have been slammed with rain over the last 7 days. You're talking almost an inch of rain per day in those two counties over the last week. It's just craziness. And again, that's not even all we've dealt with in May. We've had so much rain this month. 68 this morning, 75 this afternoon. We've been a lot of below average temperatures in the afternoons. We've been above average overnight. We're going to change that trend a little bit as we get into the weekend, but still tonight very warm and muggy out there. A warm front coming through. So normally I say, hey, these numbers could be a little cooler. It's the other way around tonight. Think we're going to be seeing our warmest spots close to that 70-degree mark and most of us in the upper 60s. So probably add 2 or 3 degrees to the numbers on your screen instead of subtracting it. So there's the warm front I was mentioning. Another reason why we'll stay warm through the overnight hours tonight. This cold front will be our final rain opportunity for the week and for this pattern. It'll end our week and bring in some cooler conditions this weekend. But before we get to those, we got to get through its storm threats, which are going to be strong to severe storms with wind threat, possibly flooding in the harder hit areas. Hail and a brief tornado obviously cannot be ruled out either. And Saturday is looking good, but Sunday we could have a little more cloud cover and a slim chance for a shower, but the odds are going to be much reduced from what we have seen so far this week. As for the continuing parts of this evening, don't think we're going to see a new wave like this develop off to the west. Again, a few straggling showers are possible, but you can already tell the main wave is falling apart here in middle Georgia as it moves to the eastern half of the region. Then we get into our Friday, all right? We're going to have a mostly cloudy night, some patchy fog, and then we're going to be seeing the rain chances climbing heading into lunchtime tomorrow with the worst of the storms during the middle of the day. So that means that, temperatures low to mid 80s, even though, yes, it's going to be cloudy early, that could take the edge off. There'll still be enough heat for these storms to work with for them to mature and bring on a few of those severe hazards. But once that front moves through, clouds are going to clear out, and we're going to look fantastic over the weekend. A lot of sunshine expected for us Saturday with highs in the low to mid 80s. We'll actually be below average for a couple of days before we get into the next week, which is really June, and we start to see temperatures climb again. But we do have a level 2 for the entire region tomorrow. If level 3 does get issued, it could possibly include parts of the region, but it wouldn't be all of us. But here's what the hazards are looking like right now. Again, wind, the primary concern. I'm going medium on the flooding just because of how much rain we've already gotten this week. That's mainly for the areas like, say, Wheeler County, Taylor County, that have really gotten hit hard so far, but tornadoes and some hail cannot be ruled out. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds. Your 421 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. So after the cold front tomorrow, it's time for us to change pace. Saturday is the final day of May, so June will begin on a below average note. Again, our average high now 89, so we're going to be a little more seasonal towards the middle of next week when temperatures start creeping to the 90s.